Go.
What's up? Alright, so I'm Jonathan, and I'm going to be uh, teaching you how to play "A Thousand Years" by Boyce Avenue. I'm not going to do the version by Christina Perry, because her voice is out of my range. But uh, pardon me if I'm scratchy a little bit. I'm coming off of a cold right now. Um, so yeah, basically the tuning, the E string is going to turn to D. The A string and D string are going to be the same. So it's going to be D, A, D, D, and you're going to go, the G string is also going to be a D, so it's D, A, D, D, and then the B string is going to turn to, it's going to turn to A, and then the bottom E is going to also turn to D. So it's just A and D, really. So it's D, A, D, D, A, D. That's what it is, starting from the E string. So, yeah, first off, I'm going to teach you the picking progression. So what you're going to do, you're going to hit the A string, you're going to hit A, and then what was the G string, which is now a D. So you hit A, G, D, B. So you go, and then you hit the D string and the G string again at the end. And it's basically just a loop. It does that for the entire verse. So it's like, it goes like this. Alright, so that's that. Now coming over here, we're going to learn the chords. Alright, so first chord, and we use it quite a lot throughout the song, is this one. Now what you're going to do to make this chord is you're gonna put your index finger on the first fret of A string. You see that? And then you're gonna put, don't get so close. And then you're gonna put your ring finger on the third fret of the D string. Then your pinky on the third fret of the B string. What was the B string, which is now an A string. So, and then you're just gonna put that picking progression into play. So you go, heart beats fast, colors in, and then whenever you move, you switch chords. Your pinky stays the same, but you take your index finger off and put your middle finger and ring finger on D, on the D chord, and on the G chord, which is also a D chord now. So, and then you just keep the same picking. So you're like, alright, like that. So you're like, heart beats fast, colors and promises, how to be brave. And whenever it hits brave, then you release entirely, and you go, and except for your pinky, of course. So you're like that. Now, when this happens, come back over here, Brandon, so you can see my picking. When this happens, it's still going to be the same picking pattern. You're just going to switch strings. So your thumb, rather than hitting the A string first, is going to hit what was once the E string, but it's now a D string. So you go. You see that? So yeah, what you're gonna do, I'm gonna play the verse for you. Alright, it goes, heart beats colors and promises. How to be brave. How can I love when I'm afraid? So what you do, whenever you're completely open except for your pinky, you go. So you just climb up from that. So you put your index finger on the second fret of the top string, and then you slide it up, or you can just use your middle finger and slide it up to the third fret. So it's going to be like heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave. How can I love when I'm afraid? And then you're back at the beginning. So afraid to fall, and then you just do the same thing again. And then whenever it gets to the little pre-chorus thing, whenever it's like one step closer, when it gets to that, you're gonna keep the first chord that I taught you. You're just gonna keep that, but instead of picking it, instead of going like that, you're gonna go. And then you're going to move to bar chord, which you just take your finger and you bar the third fret entirely. And then you move your bar to second fret. You put your middle finger on the fourth fret of the A string. You put your ring finger on the fourth fret of the B string, which is now an A string as well. So it's like. And then that's the pre-chorus. And then whenever it gets to the chorus, it just goes back to the bar chord on the second chord of the pre-chorus. So it's like, I'm dying, lifting, waiting for you, and then you go back to the chord that I just taught you, which is just bar chord here, finger on the A string and on the B string, which is now also an A string. So it's like, I'm dying, lifting, waiting for you, and then it's completely open. There's nothing left. So waiting for you. I can't remember. Okay. I'm dying, everything, waiting for you. Don't be afraid, I've loved. And then you come back to this chord, which is a bar string on second, bar chord on second, and your fingers on the A strings. So it's like. I've loved you and then you go back to the original chord that I taught you. For 1,000 years, I love you for 1,000 more. So it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again. Yeah, the last part you just go bar chord, and then back to the second string bar chord, and fingers pressed down on the A chords, and then it does this little diddle at the end of it. It's on the B string, which is now an A string. You go all the way over to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th fret, and you go. So you go 8, 7, and then 3rd, and then you move up to the D chord, and you go 3rd, 6th, 9th, and that's what it's going to sound like. You just go 3rd.